So we had another cold night sleeping in the car again last night, and now we're starting day, what's today? 16?
No, 17.
Day 17, Aria says. So we're gonna make it out to Escanaba today. Hotel room. But sorry about that. I'm trying to pick up the tripod. Got a few stops along the way, and right now we're at our first one. What, honey?
I wanted to tell them that we're going underground today. We're going underground today.
We're at our first stop now, so
It's a waterfall.
see ya. Remember, if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Thank you. Well, we're on our way to Agate Falls, and we got to go up under this bridge. We just drove over this. This is M28. We just drove under. Oh, look at that. It's the Antonigan River. It's a historic civil engineering landmark. Huh. We just passed the guy in the trail. He said it was this way, so I thought it was back there, but that was just the rapids we were hearing. Well, we made it further down the path, and we found this railroad bridge going over. The waterfalls are right down there. I don't know if you can see them through the trees. But yeah, there's this big railroad bridge. We gotta go under now. You see the end of the path is right up here. The guy said it's kind of hard to see though because of all the trees, unless we hike down to the bottom. Which, yeah, I'm not about to try any of that, that's for sure. That's really steep. Yeah, it's really hard to see. Yeah, I'm not going down there. That's nuts. Maybe if I was 20, I would try it. Here we are, made it down to Bond Falls. There's more on the other side. Slowly taking the path around. Pretty cool though. Very nice. I'm getting misted on here. There's more on that side. Huge, huge waterfall. We walked all along the boardwalk and came to the other end to find this. A sure sign that you're at a waterfall. A bunch of stairs. So we are literally climbing the waterfall here. Look at the water's running down the steps.
That's a waterfall!
Well, I kind of want to set the camera up right there and take a picture, but I'm afraid I'll get it wet and ruin it. Sorry about that, I got bit by a mosquito. Look at this tree. How is this tree even there? Those trees are like barely holding on. Got a little waterfall coming out of the rockwork there. Alright, battery died on that last shot, so now we're from the top now. Top of Bond Falls. You see here the river's kind of broken through the wall here. This is a stream that was coming down the steps. Oh, that's dragonfly. Here's a shot from the top, a little bit further up the path. Then I set up the Nikon here and take a picture. It's like a very, very beautiful spot to do that. Now look how much higher up it goes still. Went a little bit further up. I don't know how much further up we're going to go, but It's a fun waterfall. A lot of mosquitoes out here though.
Here is an Agate Falls.
We're somewhere just east of Iron Mountain. We'll pull over here to eat a sandwich real quick. There's a little waterfall. I don't know what she's screaming about over there. It's cold? Alright, he just went down and touched the water. It's a pretty nice little roadside park. There's a path going up into the woods there. I believe it comes out on that deck. I don't know, I can't find it on here. There's a deck up there. One thing I've noticed on this trip so far is that every small town that we go through, everyone has a Family Dollar and a Dollar General, and the two of them are always like either right across the street from each other, or like never right next door, but maybe like 2 doors down from each other, but you could always see the other from the other one's parking lot. I find that very odd, but every single small town that we have gone to has had both of them right by each other. There we go, our next stop today, Iron Mountain Iron Mine. There's Big John. Aria's back there setting bombs again. Yeah, that's Big John.
Since I see a store, I'm gonna look around and see if I want to spend my $5 there.
Well, we're gonna be in better stores than this, especially on Mackinac Island, honey. Yeah, there we go. Iron Mountain Iron Mine. So there, have a drink of good mineral water from Old Faithful.
I'm going to be your tour guide for the next 45 minutes, so if you have questions along the way, you can ask me. Now when this is completely empty, it weighs about 1 ton, and when it's completely filled up to the top, it weighs closer to 4. So what we're going to do today is we're going to eventually make our way over to the other building. That's where the train is going to be. We're all going to get on that train, and we're going to be riding it in about 1,100 feet till we get to the second Trader's Iron Formation. Now once we get there, we're all going to get off that train and walk the rest of the way on foot.
Come on, pull it hard. There you go.
Now this is called a diamond drilling machine. Now they're not going to have this until much later after they already began mining. So let's say they would have had it from 1870 when they first began. If that would have been the case, and the entrance you see right there would actually be up over this hill about 1,000 feet back up in the woods in that direction. Means they didn't have it, so almost 31 years later, they had to guess, they guessed wrong. So that being said, all set, all aboard, are you ready for the beginning of the rest of your life, or what? Here we go.
Here we go. Into the cave, into the mine. Ooh, see how much colder it got already? Just like that. Temperature just dropped like 30 degrees.
but just want you to know now that we're all down underground here, I am going to need a ton of ore from at least all the adults and at least 2 tons from each one of the kids. All right? Here we go, everybody. Let's head down. This is called a liner drill, and it was one of the first drills that could be operated with compressed air. So that being said, it had a lot more power. So in turn, it could actually drill in 1 hour what it would take them to do by hand in 10. Much more effective, yes, but with it came a whole new problem. Because it was drilling that much more quicker into the wall, that would mean it produced a lot more dust back out into the air. They would breathe that in and become sick with something called black lung disease, which is like having asthma times it by 100 and there's your experience. What they're going to do at that time is drop ceilings down and come directly on top of the source, which is referred to nowadays as open pit mining. So you see this candle? This is pretty much all they had to see by for the first 25 years of working underground. Now, as you can tell, you get one candle going really doesn't do it enough justice down here, but get about 15 to 20 other miners working with this side by side. Every one of them would have a candle apiece, and back then they get attached to the front of their helmets by a metal clip. Now the only problem with using candles would be you'd have to frequently blast dynamite as you worked. And whenever you blasted that dynamite throughout this whole tunnel, oxygen levels are going to begin to drop lower and lower. So just really quickly now, I want to show you exactly what those miners are dealing with down here whenever they went and blasted dynamite down inside the mine. So a good 3 to 5 minutes of that kind of fun, doesn't that just sound great? But you gotta understand, folks, they were never permitted to leave this mine for any other reason except their shift being over or they were too injured to keep working. Other than that, they would stay down here during those dynamite blasts. They were eating down here on their breaks, and they were also using buckets for bathrooms as well. So I just want to mix things up for you folks, give you some excitement today, and make sure you never forget this experience. So would you please go back out that tunnel, take 2 right turns, and meet you at the Stober Drill and go. You get the idea. And most of the people that work in this mine do not even come from the United States. That's why there was no insurance. That's like 2 of me put together. Doesn't look like it though, does it? That's because that statue is almost 500 feet from where we stand. Add another 100 feet or so and you got the length of 2 football fields. Alright, so with no further ado, let me crank on the rest of these lights and show you exactly what it looks like when you mine 24 million tons of iron ore from the earth.
Oh, wow.
Best thing to do is probably take your flash off too. It kind of messes a little bit with the back dwarfs that kept them safe and protected. You gotta understand though, those are the same kind of people that thought number 13 was a highly lucky number.
This video's not even doing justice to how big this is.
That is a heavy section of wood. Alright, we ready to head back?
I said during the tour, every pickaxe or shovel that's posted on here is for each one of the miners that had died in this mine. So there's 92 of them on there. 92 miners died in that mine that we were just in.